Most Honorable Mumba, the Principal Dr. Sakamona, distinguished invited guests, members of staff of this great institute, West East Institute, students, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you to this wonderful award giving ceremony for West East Institute. We are beginning the program. So as we begin, I would like to ask you to please rise up so that we can sing the national anthem together. Guest of honor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'll call upon the choir. The choir. You can come, feel free.
Stand and sing, O Zambia, proud and free. Sing. Stand and sing, O Zambia, proud and free. Land of faith and joy, unity. Victors in the struggle for their right. We won freedom's fight. Oh, my strong and free. Praise be to praise be, praise be, praise be. Praise our great nation, free men we stand under the flag of our land. Zambia, praise to thee. Oh, man, strong and free.
Before we proceed to the prayer, we all know we lost one of the board members of this great institute last year, Mr. Ignisha Singenda. So to respect that man who played a very important role in upbuilding the institute, let's observe a moment of silence. Thank you so much. May I invite Sarionga for an opening prayer?
Shall we pray? Dear Heavenly Father, we say that you God for your grace and mercy that you have made us to be here. Heavenly Father, we bless your holy name because Lord God, you deserve to be praised, you deserve to be given all the praise and that honor. For the word says that Lord God, you deserve to be given that honor in the name of the Lord God. Father God, as we gather here, we just pray upon your name as you speak that Lord God, as your word says that Lord God, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is peace. We declare peace upon this place. Also, Father, we pray that Lord God, as the meeting will start, Jehovah God, we pray that Jehovah God, may you be with us until the end. We commit this Jehovah God in your hands, Jehovah God, as the word says that Lord God, commit everything, Lord God, and you shall establish it. Lord, we commit everything in your hands, Lord God, and asking your grace to be with us until the end. It is in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ we pray. Amen.
Thank you so much. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we can be seated. It's a pretty good day because at the end of the day, we are going to witness various categories of students as well as staff, guests of honor here, who are going to receive awards. As we are trying to settle, may I invite Spice. As we are trying to settle, may I invite one of the artists called Spicy. I think that's what it is called. It is here. It is preparing himself. I'll call upon as he's preparing himself, may I call upon the principal who is going to do introductions for the high table. Principal.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? A warm welcome to this annual awarding ceremony for the West East Institute. And at this juncture, I just want to introduce the guests who have graced this academic event this evening. To begin with, allow me to introduce the three guests of honors. I'll start with our first guest of honor, Honorable Binwe Omukundu. Please stand, sir. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Sir, Honorable Omukundu is the aspiring member of Parliament from Ghana constituency under the Patriotic Band ticket. Our second guest of honor is Honorable Vanwick Mumba. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, sir. The Honorable is also an aspiring member of Parliament for Kankiza constituency under the Patriotic Front ticket. And our third guest of honor is Honorable Godfrey Kapalanaka. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable is aspiring for Ghana constituency under the UPNT ticket. Thank you very much. Okay, at this juncture, I also want to recognize the presence of all the partners and the sponsors of this event. We have Radio Chengero, they are the sponsors of this event. We also have Lords and Chipaira Corporations Limited. We also have Ndanji Investments Limited, as well as NT Thermotech Limited. Alongside the three guests of honors, these are the people that have made this event possible. A round of applause. Allow me also to introduce the members of the Board of Governance who are present here. I'll start with the board chairperson, Dr. Mangango Fraser. A round of applause for the board chairperson. And also in our midst, we have the two board members Mrs. Emily Miller, and Mr. Kamil Chai. A round of applause to thank our guests and gentlemen. Also to our distinguished invited guests, notably we have Zanaco, a representation from Zanaco. A round of applause. Then we also have a religious leader in our present, Mr. Eoda Kandela. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me also to introduce to this August House the management team of West East Institute, of course, led by myself, Dr. Sakamona, followed by Mr. Katongo, who is the vice principal. You can start sign out of applause. We also have the registrar, Mr. Msongo Shadri. We also have the bazaar, Mr. Kochan Mulenga. We have the librarian, Mr. Kwaja Simon. Also, the dean of students, the daughter, Mr. Amanda. Allow me also to ask the members of staff who are present here to stand and be recognized. Members of staff of West East Institute, we recognize your presence. Thank you so much. You may take your seats. Also, union leaders here present, we recognize your presence. You may stand wherever you are, that we can recognize your presence. Thank you very much for your attendance. I also want to recognize your presence, all the students, current and former students. We recognize your presence. Thank you very much for gracing this event. Members of the press, Radio Chengero, we are also expecting Faith Radio. We also have Dusi Pro 365 who are capturing the whole event. And all the artists who have come, notably Bongani Mkwati, Liu Penny, we are also expecting. We are also expecting with those who also be in the morning. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We are so grateful as an institution to enjoy the evening MC.
Thank you so much, for the powerful introduction. Indeed, you covered that. Everyone. You did it. So now in analyze and they introduce. The initial guest of honor. The one that you see here, before I introduce myself, I would like to thank the principal. You know, this is the very 10th year where on earth can you see 3 guests of honors and coming from different, you know, aspiring different seats and coming from different parties. This is a this really shows that we are one Zambia. You are indeed leaders. Coming back to me. The one you see here is not just the MC who monate suits in a paraminako uchipani. Kali uchipani bamwela kebuli suits. Honorable, it's so inspiring to me. Of course, kama mapeki ya mampundu, who monate uko pamoja kanata, these are leaders, what you can go on. Naja kukonga bamumba tuwanishi bene kwa kale nombe nambo kubakoka konga au kumwanake au mwanoko wale kama kile liko. Not forgetting Mr. Dena Kapa Kapalanaga. Nawena na mko right? Wako Federico. That's when I heard that these will be the 3 guests of honors. Na inaachia ebomu kashi. Na tuwalimu kwa pia kweba na ine. Na inaenda kwa yako kubako huko. Mwosako amano mwatu huko. Ladies and gentlemen, Federico, this is Mr. Kembo. I'll be your director of program this evening. And to spice up the show, I would like to call upon Liu Perry. Spicy, you can also prepare. I called you earlier, but you can prepare. In the interest of time, I want the artists to prepare themselves before I call them up here. Right, over to you. Thank you so much. A big hand to these guys. I think they've got talent. They've got talent. Keep it up. Dr. Have students at all? They've got talent. All right. Let us proceed with our program. Guest of honor. This student is also, this institute is also blessed with people who are good in poetry. So I want to showcase what we have. May I call upon the gentleman who is going to do poetry. His name is no other than, it's just saying a student. Are you aware? Are you around? Okay. Right. Before I call upon the principal, is Spice around? Spice, are you ready? I called him on earlier. Are you around? Are you ready? Okay. In the interest of time, may I call upon the principal? And before I call upon the principal, there's something that I need to mention. That's why therefore I don't think in a Tizatia now a party. Because this man that you are seeing, but principal Nanguveni Nefi, Nichualanda teacher. And I took over teacher to have a problem. The principal one day passed through my hand, yes, Ogona. Now you are considered for physics, na chemistry, na Gumbo. That's why I want to study that. But I'm very proud of this man. That's why I give him respect. Son. Tema principal wa kwema tiyo. Ndeko akoku fikuata. Certificates bakwate samushi. Degree ata ndeko akopata degree best inje kwa muri fimbi mwe. PhD I respect you, Doc, for that. And we like to thank you.
Good evening once again. I forgot to introduce the master of ceremony. Maybe it's because he was my teacher. So what he used to teach me physics and chemistry at Kitu Boys. So despite I might look bigger than him, but I give him a lot of respect. It's the reason why I can stand here. The first, second, and third guest of honors, Honorable Bidwell Kundu, aspiring member of Parliament from Kana constituency, Honorable Vanwick Mumba, aspiring member of Parliament for Kalpisa constituency, and Honorable Godfrey Kaparanaka, aspiring member of Parliament from Kana constituency. The board chairperson, Madam Dr. Mangango, and the members of the board, award sponsors and partners from various organizations and institutions, the Vice Principal, Mr. Katongo Collins, and members of the management team of West East Institute, distinguished invited guests from various sectors of the economy, members of staff of West East Institute, student union leaders, students, ladies and gentlemen, I warmly welcome you all to this auspicious event. Indeed, it is the 2020 academic year awarding ceremony and being celebrated under the theme, and I quote, academicians in the time of the COVID-19 pandemic, end of quote. Friends and comrades of West East Institute, this day and event is reminding us that hard work and diligence must always be recognized and celebrated. And it is in light of this that the Board of Governance and Management of this great institution sought to organize this event. Guests of honor, sirs, we are extremely pleased and excited with your presence. Your coming is indeed an honor to us as the institution. A big round of applause again for the guests of honor. Thank you. The award sponsors and partners, your response and acceptance to sponsor this event and the awards is a move that has delighted us, and it has also challenged us at the same time. This move has pushed us to endeavor and aspire for more. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the event is dubbed Academicians in the Time of the COVID-19. And in line with this, I wish to reiterate that the COVID-19 pandemic calls for concerted efforts from all the academicians, and this means putting educational concerns first. It further implies academicians living up to the expectations and providing solutions where necessary for the well-being of this great nation, Zambia. Guests of honor, sirs, West East Institute will continue to sensitize members of the general public through its official Facebook and print media, as well as radio stations, on the preventive measures vis-à-vis the COVID-19 pandemic. The institution will further continue participating in the political process of this country by improving the delivery of the civic education and social studies courses, respectively. Distinguished guests, I wish to congratulate all the students who shall receive awards today for their hard work and determination. Indeed, success is a product of hard work. And also to the rest of the students, I am challenging and urging you all to work extremely hard, as the achievement of your dreams depends on the amount of commitment and determination that you are going to put into your studies. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to thank and congratulate the able men and women who make up the teaching staff at West East Institute, For it's because of their professionalism that the institution is able to hold events of this nature. Invited guests, your coming is an encouragement to us, members of the press, Radio Chengero, Faith Radio, Dusi Pro 365. We are humbled at the gesture and we pledge to continue forming partnerships and collaborations with both the civic and political and religious organizations for the better and growth of West East Institute and society and Zambia at large. Indeed, it's dedication and service. Enjoy the evening. God bless you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much for the speech, Dr. Sakamona. I'm sure your students are inspired and they really want to be like you. I would like to call upon you, Doc, so that you can raise the first guest of honor for the speech.
Shall we all stand, even as the first guest of honor comes to deliver his speech? Round of applause introduction.
We were debating as to what time it is because Dr. Sakamona was saying good evening. It's not yet good evening. We are just in darkness. It's still good afternoon. Good afternoon to you all. Allow me to start by recognizing my colleagues. Mr. Manuel Mumba, who is aspiring member of parliament under the PF in Kamfinsa. Allow me to recognize my brother, Godfrey Kaparanaka, who is competing with me in Nkana, of course, under the UPND. Let me recognize the board chairperson, Dr. Mangango, and all the board members who are present. Allow me to recognize all the ward sponsors and partners from the various organizations and institutions who are present here today. Permit me to recognize the principal, Dr. Sakamona, and your team, distinguished guests, members of staff from West East Institute, students, ladies and gentlemen. I am very delighted to have been accorded this opportunity to come and be part of this very momentous occasion where we are awarding distinguished academicians. Permit me, Principal, to salute my brother, Godfrey Kaparanaka. You know why I've taken exceptions to recognize him, because for me, Godfrey has proved to be a gentleman. You know that today, when the PF and the UPND meet, there's always trouble. But every other time I've met Godfrey at whatever function, he has proven to me that he's a gentleman, and I think that that is our aspiration. Like President Joe Biden mentioned, politics must not be a waging fire, ravaging and destroying everything on its way. Politics must be a game of ideas, and may the best person between me and Godfrey with ideas win the next coming race. Godfrey, I salute you, and may I also mention to my brother and wish him all the best, brother Manuel Mumba. He's a very close friend of mine, and I wish him all the best in his aspiration. I didn't want to go political, but you know, as politicians, when you give us a chance, that is, of course, to mention that you all have a mandate to elect leaders, because the Bible tells me that when the righteous rule, the city rejoices. So it will be your task, all of you, to elect righteous people. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as one who has gone through tertiary education, I understand how it feels to be recognized for excellence and diligent performance. And therefore, I must mention that I'm very passionate about inspiring young people wise, because I firmly believe that there is no substitute to academics. Because those that we so often admire, except for a few who are doing fine today, most of them have gone through education, because success usually is attached with education. And so I'd like to take this opportunity to encourage young people to go to school, because with school, even if you're going to be successful, you understand what I mean, right? Now, award recipients who are gathered here today, let me hasten to mention that you are the reason why we are gathered today, because your hard work has brought us together. Now, if there are people who are being awarded today, it means that there was a competition of some sort. But in every competition, there will always be winners and there will always be losers. Those who are being awarded today, we want to consider you to be winners of this particular academic year that we are celebrating today. But for those of you who were not lucky to be among these who are being awarded today, you are being challenged today to work extremely harder. But for those of you who are being awarded today, just note that those who are not being awarded today will come breathing over next year, if not this year. So there's a call for all of us not to relent, but to continue challenging ourselves in academia. So congratulations to you who are being awarded today for your excellency, because today opens many other doors of recognition. And I hope that the next academic occasion like this one will recognize you if you continue to work harder. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to conclude by reminding everyone who is present here today that the world has been ravaged by the COVID pandemic. And today we commemorate and celebrate this occasion under a theme that is dubbed Academicians in the COVID-19. Now, many people who have been ravaged by the COVID-19 have lost hope. Many people have lost hope, but I can guarantee you that many people have picked up opportunities from the COVID-19. Some of the rules that have been set for preventing COVID entails that you have to keep distances. But the most important and connected to academics is that you do not have to embark on unnecessary movements. Meaning that during COVID, you are called to keep yourself locked up so that you can tend to your books. So whereas others are complaining over the COVID, others are picking COVID as an opportunity to rewrite the narratives. So I wish to urge you to take care of yourselves under the COVID. COVID has got dire consequences if you don't take care of yourselves. In academia, this is an opportunity for you to continue studying as you keep your distance, as you avoid unnecessary movements. I thank you very much, and may God continue to bless you in your endeavors. May God continue to bless our country.
Shall we rise up again? Even as I call upon the second guest of honor, Honorable Manuel Mumba, to deliver his speech. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. You may be seated, please. Allow me to recognize the presence of the first speaker, Comrade Binwa Mpundu, a member of the Patriotic Front and also aspiring as Member of Parliament from Ghana under the PF ticket. Allow me to recognize the presence of a comrade and a brother, Godfrey Apolanaka of the UPND, who's also aspiring as Member of Parliament from Ghana constituency. Allow me to recognize the presence of the board chairperson, Dr. Mangango,
and all the members of the board. Allow me also to recognize the principal, Dr. Sakamona, the vice, Mr. Katongo Collins, and of course, allow me to recognize the presence of our art sponsors and all the partners from various organizations gathered here. Allow me to recognize all the distinguished invited guests. Allow me to recognize all the members and students of our great institute. I also recognize the presence of the media from different media houses. I also recognize each and every person gathered in here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this very important occasion. I'll go straight into the theme where we are saying academicians in the time of the COVID-19. But before I get into the details, I'd like to actually encourage you, especially the students, that you need to continue pushing in your efforts no matter the situation. Great leaders are born out of a storm. So in moments where there is a storm, it's not a time to give up. It's a time to show character. It is a time to show what you are made of. So we may have a challenge of COVID today, but let's look at it as an opportunity. Let's look at it as an opportunity for the innovative side of our brain to actually function and stand out. If you look at the business world, the number of people are complaining. They're saying business is closing down, there are less opportunities. But if you walk, for example, into Sokone market, the tellers are making money out of the COVID. Am I correct? So they are looking at it as an opportunity. They are busy knitting masks and selling and making a killing out of it. If you look at the institutions, and I hope our great institution is looking into that, students are all over the world, all over the country, all over the provinces and districts. People have been introduced, they have become innovative and they introduced virtual classes so that they reach as many students as possible. If we're not doing that, we need to actually invest into that so that we increase the population. So that come next year, when we come to this respectable occasion, this place will be full and we are going to have so many students join us via visual technology. Distinguished guests, my stance on education is very simple and straightforward. As you know, once you educate a child, you're educating a nation. A particular person is standing here. I'm a bona fide graduate of the Copperbelt University. For my secondary school, I was at the same school where the master of ceremony teaches. I'm a product of Peter Boys Secondary School. So we desire to see a society where education is priority and key. Zambia aspires to develop, and for us to develop this nation, we need an educated citizen. Before I leave stage, I would like to mention one part. 2021 is a very crucial year for Zambia. We are going yet again to the polls, the tripartite elections. I won't get into the politics side of it, but my standing here is to call upon each and every Zambian to put this great nation in prayer. We need to continue to pray for peace. We need to continue to pray for love, and we need to continue showing love to one another. My brother was standing here and he mentioned to say there are certain political parties that wouldn't meet in one place, they would start fighting. Let's say no to that spirit of division. Let's say no to the spirit of division. So as we walk out of this place, let us always remember that this great nation was founded on the principle of one Zambia, one nation. My prayer tonight is that God blesses each one of us gathered here. And before coming into this particular discussion, the meeting with my family, Doc, the pledge for my family is that we continue supporting your institution and will triple our support towards such important issues. Thank you very much, and God bless the Republic of Zambia. Thank you.
Shall we rise because the first guest of honor delivers his speech on the community of Madagascar? A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause.
My fellow aspiring candidate for Ghana constituency, I'm sorry to make mistake. Honorable Pino Mpundo under the Patriotic Panther tickets, the aspiring candidate for Kampinsa, Honorable Van Vick Mumba under the Patriotic Panther ticket, the board chairperson, Dr. Mangango, members of the board, award sponsors and partners, the principal, Dr. Sakamona, and his vice, Mr. Katongo, distinguished invited guests, members of staff of West East Institute, students, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to this event, this occasion, and I say good afternoon. I am really humbled and honored to be part of this occasion under the theme Academicians in time of the COVID-19 pandemic. Honorable sirs, before I go into my speech, allow me also to reciprocate the gesture and the kind words that came from Honorable Comrade Binwe Mpundo. We've met several times with the Honorable, and we have always encouraged each other that we shall not practice primitive politics, politics of violence, politics of hatred. Because we believe when we aspire to serve the community, we should not harm them. We should not train them to be violent. We should guide them in good ways. Just like the Christian principles have always encouraged us to say, train up a child in a way that is should, such that when he grows, he shall not depart from the way. Honorable, distinguished guests of honors, and also the people that are here, the West East Institute has tutored the students here. It has trained the students here so that they may become responsible citizens of the nation and this world at large. We shall not expect truants that will come from this institute, because you know what shame that will be brought to this institute once you go otherwise. I would urge you also, dear students, to take in interest into aspiring for political positions as well. Because this nation, the community up there, wants leaders that shall make decisions from the informed background. I believe, and I've always going to believe, that it is only when you are up there that would want to pull others where you are. But when you are down there, would always want to pull people down to where you are. And where would we reach as a community if everyone is pulling us down? We need you Society needs you there. Distinguished guests, my stance on education rights, on my academic qualifications and achievements. Being an academia, I always desire and endeavor to see a nation anchored on values and principles across all the sectors. I will always support the welfare of the youth, more especially the students that are coming from various institutions. We've got hope for you. We shall create employment opportunities for you, business opportunities for you, as well as contribute significantly to the food basket of this nation and Nkana constituency in particular. Many questions will arise, how is it going to be done? We are going to create a consortium of cooperatives, and this consortium shall employ graduates like you. It shall run schools, it shall run hospitals, and it shall empower the community as we plow back. It looks small and so difficult to achieve, but I would urge you to say that you can always begin small even as you grow bigger. Because when you are down, your aspirations have to go higher. Distinguished guests, I would want to call you and remind you or talk about a certain situation while we were in school and it was break time. So this colleague of mine asked the other one and says, "Mushemune, put you are 35% sure." So this other colleague responds by saying, "So you wanted all of us to get 90% like you did? No manga what Kumashari number one." Distinguished guests, what I mean is, do not despise those that have not done well, those that have not received any awards, and those that have not received, do not despise those that have received. I can only urge you to learn from each other's circumstances for the purpose of harmony and unity. This calls for us to put our efforts together. We are a team in order that we take care of each other's weaknesses, not to laugh or to ridicule each other's weaknesses. At the end of the day, we are one. I would also want to thank the board chairman, the chairperson, Madam. Thank you so much for staging this event to recognize the hard work of these students of this great institution, the West East Institute. I hereby congratulate all that have received and those that have not received. I've been brought up in the United Church of Zambia, whose prayer for offering always be, bless those that have not given, even those that have given. So in that vein, I congratulate both those that are receiving and those that are not receiving. Distinguished guests, I did want to bore you with so many words in my speech. The COVID-19 pandemic has already been handled. It has been well explained by my colleagues from the Patriotic Front, the Honorable Imo Mpundu, and the Honorable Van Vick Mumba. Honorable Van Vick Mumba, we share a common background. We grew up from the same neighborhood, we played football together, and now we are in the political arena together, signifying that it is one Zambia. We are already sharing ideas. Most of the things that is doing in Kampisa, I'm also doing them in Nkana constituents. Just like the cooperative that I mentioned that we are already forming, such that when that time comes, we are going to know where to start from. He is also doing it where he is aspiring. Distinguished guests, honorable sirs, I end my speech here and pray that the God Lord Almighty shall bless each and every soul that is here, even as we go back to our various destinations. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much. You may take your seats. A round of applause for the three guests of honor. Thank you so very much. We are just extending our request. The institution has purchased a piece of land. So you want to each one of you can take the piece to the feed. This juncture, before I can rest my case and return the mic to the MC, I just want to recognize the presence of Lords and Chipaila, one of the sponsors. You may just stand so that we recognize you. We are happy that you have finally come. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Lords and Chipaila are one of the sponsors. Thank you, MC.
Thank you so much. Honorable Swatotera San. If I was given chance to be in that office, Mudiomo Justice, yes, I was true. Nation in the prize that they talk certificate from honorable people. What was it? Honorable Kapanaka. What was it? Honorable member. If it's you know, I'm so because I'll do this by the we've got to be done. We have David. David, you are around? Artists? Okay, get ready. And I would like to also call upon Spice. Where are you, Spice? Okay, Spice. Come and spice this occasion up. Give it up for Spice. And the student for poetry, we are also waiting for you before we can get into the climax of this event, that is award giving. Please.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Can I see those of you who are happy for this event? I won't be there, I won't be there. I won't be there, there's something that you need to know. But everybody don't know like my teacher's on. So, what we are girls, guys, but we let this person as well as the Quran. Hello, when this shoot, it's not just about the dog and also the vice principal. It's about choice. How many of you knows what I did? What I did is that a lot of people believe that education is too expensive. Why? But do you know what I got to find? Education is very much affordable with this institute. Go and tell your sharing, your friend, your freedom, 20% condo, and the West Institute is still giving back to the community. Let's talk about open your performance while after. Okay, back to the same guys. And every evil one talking against your life, back to the same. Everybody says you're not going to be educated, back to the same. Everyone says you're not going to be an honorable, back to the same. Everyone says you're not going to be back to the same. That's why what these kids should be here so that we can all be educated. No education going to bring you to my own minister, para the can we are the future? Tell you where. So I saw Deta shokupini pa kufiado Afrika, tengi mala kumpa na paro na Afrika, tarifa la neka le mutunte, mala gato tutunte, ela na pasite kira ela kama mala, yeke pipa chabo bani kira mala, obana te kwa 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 ni kubu kubu kama 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 tito kubu kama kubu busha destroy, charity, les ate pakula ni na so kwa mana select at the show for the back In fact, God will forbid it. You know one thing that we need to realize? For you to be at West East Institute, it takes the grace of God. It only takes the support we receive. That's why we should even be appreciating and pray for our job. What are you going to do? It takes the sufferer with a very good vision to let us to get in a very good way. So we should be praying, and all of us should be praying for our MPs to finish the way of the penal. And we try to get all the good pieces that were in it here. Now, God, in fact, the entire management of West Institute, so that we manage. And for when that was my message, it was necessary to continue to live in the wisdom and knowledge. The sky will nothing will ever be the truth. Listen, they say the sky is a living time. That's what a lot of people usually say. But the Nelson Mandela 20% says the sky will be your starting point. In fact, dedication brings what we go.
Thank you, Spice. Thank you, Spice. Spice, wanataka kukumbuka Spice.
Honorable, thank you very much.
Bongani, wisdom. Bongani and wisdom. Can I see wisdom? Ah, come here, my brother. Come here, my brothers.
One station we are going to go to. Yes.
You know, in every gathering, the most important thing is love. And I'm here by to present a piece of music entitled My Missus by Dieter Ricken.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Kawat. Right.
Right. Let us bring up for one more up when we get into the presentation of awards.
DJ Paduzi here, kindly. Music goes featuring the blessed quiz DJ. Let's go. Music.
Okay. Kalau pada sana, yang pernah naik di kuasa Malaysia kalau kaya itu dah sampai bagian. Kalau yang pernah di sana kalau kaya sana, mana pun aku mana ini. Adiós, esperamos comer. Aqui quando já tem pizza mais, já fica na outra batalha. Chegou a comer, mas não ia fazer essa vai fazer. Let's go get it, let's go get it. Let's go.
All right. Give him a big hand of applause. That's it, Franklin. Vaimba tumulesa vaimba pie. Kameri kati shukuku kalasende tuwa. All right, thanks for the artists. We've now come to the climax of this event. Our sponsors, the lovely sponsors, I know you want to see everyone in Gishemo, you want to see the students, the staff who are getting awards this particular evening. So at this point in time, may I ask the high table led by the doc to please rise up and stand in such a way that when we call upon these recipients, they'll be able to get their awards nicely. Of course, we are not going to allow shaking of hands because we're still in the COVID diaspora.
Thank you very much. A round of applause again for the performance. Guests of honor sides. The Institute is one of the best in Zambia. Despite its loyalty having its permanent place, but we are one of the best. In all schools where our students are going to send for teaching practice, where they are also sending, for the quite number of students that have been deployed by government, those students of ours who have done the tuition courses are being deployed in various companies and organizations. And I can confirm that the testimonies that have come are so positive. So we are just making you free. You see what is here, and we know God is going to direct you in those ways. A round of applause for them again. And I think I'm going to so what we are going to do at this juncture, when I call upon the name of the sponsor, they will stand that side, and then the recipient of the award will walk through that those stairs, and they will be given the award, and then they will also take a photo with the sponsor. So we are going to start with the first award. That is the Board of Governance Award. So I will ask the board chairperson, Dr. Mangango, to just stand that side. The Board of Governance Award for the most loyal staff of the year 2020. Of course, when you come first to get the certificate, then you go to check your money. That's okay. Okay, so the most loyal staff of the year 2020 goes to the registrar, Mr. Shadwick. Okay, thank you very much. We are now presenting the award for the best student second year primary for the year 2020, and it is the NT Semote Award. The award was sponsored by NT Semote. Can we have the representatives to? Okay, and the award goes to. Oh, we have the representatives. Please come through. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Over the award to them. Yes, thank you. And the award goes to Daniel Spector. Daniel Spector, the representative. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and we have three recipients of the award for the most improved student of the year 2020. And the first recipient, the award was sponsored by Danji Investments Limited. We have representatives from Danji Investments. We welcome the board member will represent. And the award, the first award goes to Carol Kalenga for the most improved student of the year 2020. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we are now getting to the award for the best student first year primary. The award was sponsored by Redway Chegero, and that is called the Redway Chegero Award for the best student first year primary. Representative from Redway Chegero. And the award goes to Sarah Banda. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you just
The people who come later from Redway Chegero, don't worry to come. Okay, now who are called Kapananaka to take the podium. Okay, so we have the Honorable Kapananaka Award for the best department of the year 2020. And the department of the year 2020 is Media and Performing Arts. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. The next award is also the Honorable Kapananaka Award. Now, this time it is for the most history staff of the year 2020. And the award goes to Mr. Banda Roger. Thank you very much for the speech. A round of applause for the honorable. At this time, I would like to call upon Lord and Chief Final Limited, Lord and Chief Final. And the first award is the Lord and Chief Final Award for the best student of Occupational Health and Safety 2020. And the award goes to Jen Mika. The next award is also the Lords and Chief Final Award, and this time it is for the best student ICT 2020. So the Lords and Chief Final Award for the best student first semester ICT of the year 2020 goes to Chair Musonda. The third and final award under Lords and Chief Final is for the best student state year primary of the year 2020. And so the Lords and Chief Final Award for the best student state year primary of the year 2020 goes to Moffat Seminar. Thank you so very much. The round of applause for Lord and Chief Final. Thank you. Thank you very much. At this juncture, allow me to invite Honorable Kiva. The Honorable is presenting 10 awards. The Honorable is presenting 10 awards. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to the Honorable. And the first award under the Honorable Mupa Award, it is for the best student business administration 2020. The Honorable Mupa Award for the best student first semester business administration for the year 2020 goes to Felix Sakoma. Representative Okay, so we have the second award under the Honorable Mumba, which is for the best student, first year secondary. And the Honorable Mumba Award for the best student first year secondary 2020 goes to Chisuro William. A round of applause. The next award under the Mumba is for the best student second year natural sciences 2020. The Honorable Mumba Award for the best student second year natural sciences 2020 goes to Benedict Budu. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The next award is for the best student second year natural sciences. This award has two recipients. The Honorable Mumba Award for the best student third year natural sciences year 2020 goes to Cyprian Chon and Master School. No, it's there. Now. The other award is for the best student second year secondary, and the Honorable Mumba Award for the best student second year secondary 2020 goes to Abigail Asante. A round of applause. The other award under the Honorable is for the third year student, third year secondary, and the award has got two recipients. That is Karo Kalenga and Samu Amama. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The representative for Samu.
Akanuna Bashar.
The next award under the Honorable Mumba Award is for the most outstanding staff of the year 2020, and the award has got two recipients. So the Honorable Mumba Award for the most outstanding staff of the year 2020 goes to Mr. Elijah Chawu and Lithuania Sample. Thank you very much. A round of applause for the musical. Thank you. At this juncture, allow me to invite Honorable Bino Kudu, who is representing 4 awards. A round of applause. Okay, so I did mention in the preamble that the award for most improved student has 3 recipients. The other 2 are under Honorable Kudu. So the first recipient of the most improved student under Honorable Kudu is Wendy. Most improved student, a round of applause. The second recipient for the most improved student is Sylvester Chiburu. A round of applause. Any representative? Any representative? Thank you very much. And the last 2 awards, under the Honorable Dino Kudu, it is now for the honor of best student. We've awarded the best in each category now, those who will stand out among the best. So under the Honorable Kudu Award for the honor of best student of the year, we have 2 recipients, Sako Amama and Italo Karimba. A round of applause. Representative for Sako again. Now I'm calling on the stage all the award recipients to come and pose for a photo. All the award recipients and also the sponsors to come back on stage so that they can have a group photo. All the award recipients and the sponsors. I'm tapping the place of the honorable Ritual. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. You may go back to your seats. A round of applause again, a round of applause. Thank you so very much. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Another round of applause. All the people, some of the connects that needs to be okay, the degree of your attention. Thank you very much, all the award sponsors and partners. So we want to appreciate by presenting to you certificates of appreciation. Can I avoid the members of the management to tap so that we can appreciate the sponsors? So we start with the Lords and Chief, and I want to appreciate you. We are giving you this portrait as a certificate of appreciation. Lords and Chief to come and receive the certificate of appreciation. We are so grateful as West Institute for the gesture that you have given to us. Another round of applause for Lords and Chief. Okay, we also want to extend our gratitude to Danji Investments. Danji Investments, okay, we'll go and present it. We also want to appreciate the Board of Governance, West Coast Institute. We are presenting this certificate of appreciation to you for being one of the sponsors of the awards. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We also want to extend our gratitude to Honorable Bino Mundu. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as the Honorable comes to receive the certificate of appreciation. Thank you so very much, Honorable. We are grateful.
Okay.
Another round of applause. Thank you. We also want to appreciate Honorable Valerie Mumba. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We are grateful to Honorable. May the good Lord bless you so much. Also, we want to appreciate Honorable Bonifika Paranaka. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Honorable. We are grateful. Thank you. Thank you, MC.
Thank you so much, Doc. At this point in time, I would like to call upon the Boche, Dr. Magambo. He delivers the closing remarks.
Good afternoon. First and foremost, I would like to the sons, the 3 years of bonus, Honorable Hundo, Honorable Luka, and Honorable Naparanaga. Also, I would like to give thanks to all my fellow members of the board, the award sponsors and partners from various organizations and the principal, the second and despite by guests from various sectors of the economy, members of staff, Western students, ladies and gentlemen. I stand here with so much joy and happiness as board chairperson of the West Board of Governors. Your support and presence are lifting our spirit and giving us strong seed and desire to work hard and serving humanity in the area of education and security. Guests of honor, sir, we pledge to continue working in the corporate world in the pursuit of excellence and delivery of educational services. To the award sponsors and partners, we are humbled and honored at the gesture you have given us. Indeed, this provides us that our existence has value in your various operations. For this, we say thank you and God bless you and your operations. All the invited guests and everyone here present, your presence has made this event memorable and auspicious. We are award winners of the nation and keep working extra hard. Education and service is our own, and we shall keep working hard and participating in all aspects of human development and societal development for the betterment of this great nation. Remember, COVID is real and it's on our efforts that would be prevented. Therefore, I thank you all. Good night and God bless us.
You can do better than that. Right. So our three guests of honor, Honorable Pino Tundu, Honorable Godfrey Kakanaka, now I can pronounce nicely your name, Honorable Vanwick Mumba, the Principal, Dr. Innocent Sakamona, and your beautiful hands, Mr. Collins Katongo, of course, the board chair, Dr. Mangago, members of staff, sponsors, our dear students, members of the press. We've come to the end of this very important annual occasion. As we come to the end, this has been your MC, a teacher by profession. If you want physics and chemistry, what job or more? Right. I'd like to call upon the choir as I ask the high table to please stand as we sing together the national anthem, which is the outstanding. Choir, thereafter, the Vice Principal, Mr. John Sakono, is going to be in the closing prayer. Right.
Stand and sing on Zambia from country. Sing. Stand and sing on Zambia from country. Land of grace and joy in unity. Victors in the struggle for their right. We will freedom's fight. Oh, strong and free. Praise be to God. Praise be, praise be. Let's celebrate Zambia, Zambia, Zambia. Free men we stand under the flag of our land. Zambia, praise to thee. Oh, strong and free.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Katongo Collins for the closing prayer. And after the prayer, we are going to allow the High Table to lead first. Thereafter, we take calls.
Shall we pray? Heavenly Father, in the blessed name of Jesus Christ, we thank you for this wonderful and great event that you have in this place, Father. Heavenly Father, we as we depart from this place and ask that the hand of protection be upon us, Father. And we pray, mighty Heavenly Father, that each and every person in this building be blessed, Father. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.
Just a small announcement. All the invited guests just remain here to continue the list of honors. Because of staff, just come upstairs so that we can get the photos with the honor. The rest of us can leave except the invited guests and the leaders who are here. You can remain. We have something for you.